People who work in a leadership position in an organization often face complex problems they cannot solve by themselves. Thinking about that problem doesn't help because it feels like your thoughts are going in a circle. They ask coworkers or colleagues for advice. But sometimes it seems that asking your colleagues for advice doesn't turn out to be the best decision. Once you start explaining your problem, you'll get so much instant and unreflected advice that it's hard to explain your problem entirely. You end up justifying and explaining while your colleagues are getting frustrated that you're not taking their beautiful ideas. For situations like this, there's a beautiful method called peer consulting. It is a structure of 6 simple steps for a conversation between a help-seeking person and voluntary peers, such as co-workers or colleagues. In a first step, the case owner explains his problematic situation as shortly as possible, but with all the details he or she thinks are necessary to understand the case. The colleagues who want to help act as consultants, but in this first step, they just listen. Maybe they take down some notes. Step number 2 gives the consultants the opportunity to ask questions to better understand the case. Important here is that they only ask questions to clarify about what they heard. They should not disguise their advice in questions like, have you tried this and this at all? Now, step 3 is really interesting. The case owner turns away from the group. Doesn't need to leave the room, but actually turn his back to the group of consultants who then create hypotheses. The case owner just listens, maybe takes down some notes. But by turning away from the group, he allows the consultants to actually focus on creating hypotheses without being distracted by eventual facial reactions by the case owner. The consultants use brainstorming techniques to come up with many different hypotheses. In step number 4, the case owner returns to the group of consultants and tells them which hypotheses he found interesting, fascinating, or just new and worth thinking about. Step number 5 can be done with or without the case owner. Important is that the consultants creatively invent potentially helpful activities for the case owner based on the hypotheses he chose to be interesting. In the final step number 6, the case owner chooses one of those newly invented activities. He commits himself to actually do one concrete next step, preferably within the next 24 hours. Most case owners describe peer consulting as very helpful. Of course, the process cannot guarantee them a solution. But if they were in a gridlocked state of mind before, overwhelmed by the contradictory thoughts they had, they now have new ideas, new perspectives, and new opportunities and feel in charge of the situation a little more than before now. Okay, so much for today. I hope you found it helpful. Anyway, thanks for watching.